I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do, I watch a lot of investigative programs, like those police series, CSI, NCIS, all those, yeah, just trying to find who did it and what's going to happen. And the most interesting part is when they have to like escape from a building, and they try to find the architect and the person who designed the building, because there's no way out. So they're trying to let's find the person who designed this house or drew it, or designed it, and let him tell us any exit plans or exits, any exits that were closed before or after a new renovation or something like that. And then they realize, oh, there was a door here, but it was closed, but it can still be used, so we can drill and pass through. And this is the same way with Christ and our walk with Christ. So many things happen, and sometimes we find ourselves in this locked place where we cannot move. But God is telling us that He's already given us an escape plan. So we might be in this place that we feel that there's no way out, but we need to thank Him for the plan that He has already set in place. So the exit plan that He's already put out in place before even the building was constructed. So even before our walk with Him was established, He already had that already like planned out. So my prayer is that in the moment of doubt and storm and tragedies, it's so hard, I know, I've told myself this before, that I need to pray for God's guidance, and also for Him to open my eyes so that I may see Him at work while I am in the storm. Because most of the time we try to wait, or we try to push the prayer and tell God, look, we can't wait for us to be out of that season. Of course, we cannot wait, because we want to be on the other side of the sea, right? We don't want to be in the sea trying to cross it, because, the waters could engulf us. So we always pray for a speedy move out of the waiting season, or a speedy move out of the season that is unpleasant. But I want us to change and start thanking God for showing us what He's doing, so that while we are in the season of things not happening, things not being good, we thank Him for Him being at work, because these are the moments He really reveals to us things behind the scenes. And I know at that time our eyes are so filled with tears, they're so overshadowed, so we also don't see clearly. But these are the moments that He comes and reveals Himself to us. Because trust me, every time that you've passed through this season and you've crossed over to the other side, you always say, wow, God was really in that season. Like, even though this happened, I can see that something in me changed. I found God more, or I realized my character was changed. I learned a new character of God, because He reveals Himself to us every day. And there's an example in Luke 24:13, when Cloepas, and this other guy, we're not even told the name. Jesus had just been crucified, and they're here lamenting and talking about everything that has been done. And Jesus walked among them, I'll just find it and read it. So He walked among them, but in 17, they could not see Him, they were, let me just find it. 17, it says, 16, but they were kept from recognizing Him. Why were they kept from recognizing? Because they were engulfed in the sadness, in praising the things that had been done. 14, they were talking to each other about everything that had happened. What had happened? Jesus had died, and been crucified and all these things. So obviously they were talking about the bad news. And sometimes we like talking about the bad news so much. Someone comes and says, hey, Nelly, how are you doing? And you start, this sickness of mine. Or like the conversation is just full of the pain and the sorrow that you are in. I'm so amazed by the friends I'm surrounded with. I've visited friends who have gone through really trying times, and you go and they're mourning and you're there laughing. Not that they've forgotten the pain they are in, but it's not about the pain they are in, it's just, and I think this is the grace that God has filled His children with, that they're able to look at the pain from like an outsider, even though you feel it, but you kind of look at it as the way God would look at it. Of course, it's our pain, but it's also his pain. So then 17, Jesus asked them, what are you discussing together as you walk along? And they stood still and their face still downcast. And one of them, Cloepas, asked him, are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who doesn't know the things that have happened in these days? You know, like Cleopas is wondering, who's this dude? I mean, are you new here? Didn't you just hear that Jesus has been killed and he's dead? You know, like, you know, it's so funny here. What these things, you know? And then Jesus is asking, and it's like, oh, about Jesus of Nazareth, they replied. He was a prophet. He was, you know, he was handed over and was sentenced to death. And later on, Jesus disappeared from them. And only afterwards they realized, it was Jesus. So my prayer is that while we are in the season we are in, no matter how painful it is, let's change and say, God, I want to pass through this season. I want to come out courageous and strong and victorious. But also, while you work, while you do the things and unravel them, open my eyes so that I can see. Because even Moses told the Israelites, be still and see the salvation of God. You know, it was not close your eyes and see we will be on the other side. No, be still, but open your eyes and see while God is at work. And the last verse was while we close. 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation that has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful and just, and he will provide a way of escape. You know, you'll not be tempted beyond your ability, and then he will provide a way of escape, and that's the exit plan that is already mapped out for you even before the creation of time. And then also, you'll be able to escape it, and you'll be able to endure it. So it's time to thank God for the plan of the building that he's already provided, because he's the architect. And it's time to ask him to open our eyes so that we may see him at work in our lives. God bless you. Bye-bye.